back again. Opinionated Faxx. Got the boys with us right now. We got Mr. Sotos, MVP, and myself, Hollywood. How y'all boys doing on this lovely weekend?
Doing fantastic.
All right. Hey, we're gonna hold it no longer. We're going right to the playoffs, man. So we down to the finals for the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. So right now we have the Hawks versus the Bucks. Trae Young, Ice Trae versus Giannis. And we have in the West, we have Chris Paul and Devin Booker with the Suns versus the Clippers with Paul George. Is it going to be pandemic P or playoff P? We don't know. So, hey, just looking at these two matchups, we're going to have a couple games already go between them, with the Hawks taking one with Milwaukee and Milwaukee taking one by a wide point margin. And then we had the Clippers taking one over there with the Suns. So right now, just going to get y'all predictions. Who's coming out the East and who's coming out the West? MVP, what you say?
I'm starting with the West first because I don't feel comfortable talking about the Hawks. I think it's gonna be the Suns, man. I don't know what happened in Game 3, but maybe Clippers fell off the crowd. Mm-hmm. Pandemic P has always been there, but it's been the others for the Clippers, and I've been really surprised at the adjustments that Ty Lue's been making. We can no longer say LeBron carried him to the finals a few years ago. So he's been making some moves this offseason. I mean, this postseason, and it's been working out for the Clippers. Putting people in the right position, putting guys in that you wouldn't think were gonna play, and they're playing well. Luke Kennard, Luke Kennard ain't done it all year. All of a sudden,
all season.
He looked like Luke Kennard. Zubac, he ain't really done anything all season. He played pretty well, especially against Gobert.
Yeah.
I think he's playing pretty well this series too. So, but in the end, I got the Suns in 6. Only way the Suns don't win if Pastor Bill is taking out Book the last couple games. But I don't think that's gonna last. And if Rondo were to get in CP3 face and get him thrown out or something like that, but I don't see that happening. First, the East. I got the Hawks in 7.
Here we go.
Hawks are really showing me something, man. I didn't really see this coming from this young team. I knew they would beat the Knicks. I figured they would get a 6 as a challenge, but I didn't think they would beat them like they beat them. They relatively beat them pretty easy.
Pretty much.
It took 7 games, yeah. I did not see it. And I think the Sixers are a better defensive team than the Bucks. They just got to figure out a way to keep Giannis out the paint. I don't have no idea why they double team Giannis. If he's gonna go 70s, let him just go 70. Don't leave them 3-point shooters open.
Right. And I agree.
The Hawks in 7.
I agree. Okay, I can see that happening. You know, because with Giannis is not a shooter. He ain't gonna scare you. You know, in my opinion, when I look at Giannis shooting a 3-pointer, I just think of Draymond Green. I ain't scared of neither one of them. I can do that. Like, come on. But
yeah.
But the Hawks have shown something. They've shown that they have been a young team on the rise, and we'll see how far they can go against these Bucks. The Bucks who have a point guard that does shoot versus the Sixers with Ben Simmons who can't hit a shot to save his life. But hey, that's how we got. Hey, Sotos, what you got? East, West.
I'm going to start off in the West as well. And I also point out that I've been 100% wrong in these playoffs, so I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. So this is my opinion. With the Phoenix Suns versus the Clippers, it's going to go 6 games. I really don't know who's going to win because it's not like Phoenix blew out the first 2 games. Paul George missed some important free throws in the first game, and then a wild pass out of bounds straight to the hoop got Phoenix Suns to win the second game. So I tip my hat off to Ty Lue because I didn't think he was a good coach, and he's been proving me wrong all postseason, especially after Kawhi Leonard goes down. The adjustment he makes, I don't really see coaches doing that. You definitely don't see Doc Rivers doing that. He completely took Pat Beverly out of the last series because he's like, you're not effective. I need to change that around. But he brought him back in this series just to give Devin Booker problems. So I think it could go either way. I think Phoenix is going to win it in 6. I don't think Paul George plus help is going to be. Now, if Kawhi comes back, it's a different story. I don't know how banged up he is. So I think if Kawhi comes back, I think the Clippers can win it because Paul George and supporting cast is putting up a good fight just by itself. But if it's out as it is now, I think it's going to be Phoenix Suns in 6. Back to the East. I didn't think the Hawks would make it this far. I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody in Atlanta, the state of Georgia. I'm sorry. I didn't think it would happen. I'm still picking the Bucks though, because I really don't have a reason. I just think they should win. I think they should be the team to win. Look, you got a 2-time MVP and a former Defensive Player of the Year. What he needs to do is simple. I don't know why he starts out on perimeter at all. His game should just be free throw line in, and then have everybody else help you out. And if they can, I don't think they're going to shut down Trae Young like they did his last game. But if they can get something close to that, I think the Bucks should win it in 5 or 6 games. So I think there'll be the Bucks and Phoenix in the finals for this NBA season.
I'm with it. I like how you said the Bucks gonna get it. That's only if Giannis chooses to play in his painted area, but he's choosing to not play. He thinks he's more of a factor outside for some reason.
I think his coach is telling him he's a factor outside. I think he needs to realize what his game is. Like at this point in his career, he needs to understand what he can and can't.
Well, right now he can't do shit. Let's be real. Like they shouldn't have beat the Nets. And the only reason why they beat the Nets, well, you got Kyrie going down. Of course, Kyrie, he should have taken better care of himself this season. I will say that. He did play 54 games. However, he did miss a lot of games. You got to stay in game shape, man. Like, yeah, he fell on somebody's foot. It could go either way, but you got to be in shape. James Harden, same way. Came to the season wearing a fat suit, or he's just overweight all together, period. You got to take care of your body, man. So the Bucks got away with it.
Yeah.
They got away with it. The Hawks have been fighting, and I think that's what I admired most. They came into this whole entire playoffs fighting. They beat the shit out of the Knicks, surprised everybody with the 76ers, and now they're going to give the Bucks a run for their money. The only way I see the Bucks actually winning is if Chris Middleton continues to have an all-star like playoff. He needs to have an all-star playoff for them to win this series. Giannis ain't gonna do it. Because Giannis ain't gonna go out there and get you a bucket. Chris Middleton's gonna be the guy going out there to get you a bucket. And maybe Drew Holiday, but I'm going with my money on Chris Middleton right now. But Trae Young, don't get it twisted. That boy is a beast. And yeah. You got Kayvon Werder, or how you say his number. Kayvon, boy. He be shooting too. Him and John Collins. We'll see how it go. In the West, I'm with the Suns. I want the Suns to go all because I want Chris Paul to finally have a chance to go after a ring. That's the only reason I want them to go. So if they can get it, if Chris Paul can actually get some magic going and get the Suns to the finals, and there you go. I'm with it. Steve Nash couldn't do it. You couldn't even coach a team to the finals. But I still feel some type of way about it. You know?
Clearly.
If Joe Harris had showed up 5%, y'all don't want it.
Yeah, I forgot he was on the team.
Joe Harris pissed me off so much that game. How do you miss a wide open 3-pointer?
Game, whole series.
The whole series. But he had a crucial moment in that game 7. A wide open 3-pointer. I think it was almost with 30 seconds left in the clock. He missed. Wide open. You don't get that much wide open in the NBA. There's no excuse. Trae Young had time to shimmy and then hit a shot. What the fuck wrong with Joe Harris?
I also think that if Harden had played, I think Harden really killed College just by being out there because he couldn't move that leg for nothing, man.
He really could. And you can tell.
I don't think he made a 3.
Yeah,
I don't think he made a 3 when he came back, did he?
No, he made like 2, maybe 3.
Yeah,
that was it. Just made 3. It wasn't enough. I know.
Yeah.
And you can tell his legs bothering because his form was all off. You can tell it. When your form is off, that hurts you. Like you can't shoot, right? You can't do anything well for a team. and he was on the court on the game they won. He was on the court for 40+ minutes.
Another thing about the Nets, why the heck DeAndre Jordan didn't play that series?
That's on Steve
coaching.
Nash. Yeah, that's
I
all
get
on
that.
Steve Nash.
Yeah.
I don't get it either. In that game 7, he only played 7 players, I believe. How you only play 7 players in a game 7?
Yeah, he pretty much woke
Steve Nash ain't never win it all, so I didn't expect much from him.
I didn't
He got
either.
experience as coaches. He got experience assistants coaches over there. They can, hey man, do this. Here's my point of view. Looks like
but then again, his experienced coach he has over there, Michael D'Antoni. You know what I mean? He's Mr.
Right.
Shooter. So I'm not surprised by it. Like, he wants him to just shoot the ball. Like, come on, bro. It is what it is. The Hawks have a good coach though, and I like that. I like how he came. He just changed the whole dynamic of the team. I like it. Yeah, to get rid of a little boy.
It's gonna be interesting to see what the Hawks do in the offseason, because they're probably gonna have to give John Collins max now.
Do they want to give John Collins?
Yeah, he took a chance on himself. He didn't sign his player option, his rookie player option, so he just took a chance on himself. Looks like it worked out for him. So he probably gonna get 150 million plus now.
If the Hawks don't pay, somebody else will.
Yeah. Well, they can't do what Sacramento do and just losing for nothing like they did Bogdanovich. So they got to at least get somebody for him. But the Hawks are missing DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter was big in that Knicks series. He will be guarding Chris Middleton right now. And with Bogdanovich, knees hurt right now. He ain't playing the same. So I just hope they ain't breaking down.
You know, since you brought up DeAndre Hunter, I'm gonna ask you a question. You know, this is somebody that really watches the Hawks. So you have DeAndre Hunter, and you have Kevin Huerter, and then you also have Bogdan. You also have Cam Reddish on that team. He was hurt, but he still is a factor at 6'8". He can hit shots. He can play defense. But the Hawks having that squad right now that's putting in work. Do you see Cam Reddish as a trading piece?
That's what's going to be interesting about it. They got a lot of decisions to make because Cam Reddish was starting until he got hurt. Bogdanovich was coming off the bench. So that hurt a lot of depth. And even Brandon Goodwin, I don't know if y'all know him, but he's the backup point guard.
Yeah.
So they've been using Lou as a backup point guard. And if Lou ain't hot, you got to get him out the game. Because if he ain't hot, he ain't doing nothing.
Pepper got to go.
Yeah. So they really been playing without a backup point guard all playoffs. Mm-hmm. So the decisions that Coach Nate been doing, man, he's been very impressive putting certain guys in certain situations.
All right, well, we'll see if the Hawks can do this. And if they don't win it, can they even remain a factor throughout the whole entire series next year as well as this year? See how they go. See how far they go. I think the Hawks go as far as Trae Young goes.
This summer is going to show me a lot what the Hawks are thinking as far as upper management goes.
Yeah. But it's going to be a lot of moves this offseason. I think we can all agree to that. I want to see Ben Simmons leave and see what happens then. Let's see what happens.
Limited choices.
Very limited choices. Don't nobody want a non-shooting big man that can't even get to the paint and shoot.
And then again, maybe it's just something with Philly.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, they did have the Doc Rivers experience. Did it work out?
Hey, to win, you need 3 to 4 Hall of Famers on your team to win one championship.
Maybe right.
That's what you need with Doc.
Maybe right.
So say less. Hey, so that's how we're gonna end it with that one. Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals. We're gonna see how this turns out. Ready to see what's happening on the next one. So let's go. Opinionated Faxx. We out.